While the national conversation is around Roe v. Wade, Colorado voters will make a choice about restricting certain abortions in just a couple of weeks here.
A 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez has been looking into that initiative that will be on the November ballot. Jordan, Coloradans have repeatedly rejected various abortion restrictions in recent years. This year's effort, Prop 115, would narrow the window when abortions are legal.
You know, Kyle and Alex, if this proposition were to become law, then women in Colorado could no longer get an abortion after 22 weeks or about 5 months. This initiative, however, though, does allow for women to get an abortion if a doctor does believe it's necessary to save a woman's life. So currently at this moment in our state, we are one of 7 states here with no restrictions of when women can get abortions. Of course, this is a very controversial issue, and this proposition even has people in the medical community divided. Both sides, though, say they're looking out for the health and safety of women, but a doctor who specializes in outpatient abortion services in Boulder argues abortion is sometimes what can save a woman's life, specifically if they develop preeclampsia or if there are fatal abnormalities.
Well, this is basically an assault on women's access to health care that's appropriate. There's no magical number of 22 or 23 or 24 weeks. How did they pick? They picked it out of a hat. Okay, I mean, it has no relationship to reality, has no relationship to women's medical needs, and it's an assault on women's freedom to choose and a freedom of access to basic, important health care.
Now, on the opposite side of this debate, a physician and the head of the medical advisory team for the group Due Date Too Late says 22 weeks was chosen after he says research showed that's when a fetus could survive apart from its mother. Even that timeline, though, is still debated in the medical community. But Tom Perrell says it wasn't a random decision. He called it a modest restriction for abortion and said he believes it balances a woman's right to choose and the health and safety of everyone involved.
I've talked to international experts in OBGYN, and they all agree that if you have a health urgency or emergency after 5 months, you deliver the baby, and that's the way to resolve the pregnancy-related issue. There's no reason you have to kill the baby, you just deliver it. You have to end the pregnancy, but you don't have to end it by abortion, you just end it by delivery.
Now, if Proposition 115 becomes law, that would mean performing an abortion after 22 weeks would be classified as a Class 1 misdemeanor. That would be punishable by a fine ranging from $500 to $5,000, and doctors caught performing an abortion would lose their or have their licenses suspended for up to 3 years. Kyle.
All right, Jordan Chavez reporting. Thank you, Jordan.